And Lewis, seems like David Cameron has a lot of fans in China.
In China, yeah. He doesn't have many in this country, I don't think so. Concerns as China welcomes David Cameron's return as foreign secretary in the big shakeup. And it's said that the Chinese state media, the Global Times tabloid, and it's all state propaganda. That's what the Chinese is. And when you think of state propaganda, a lot of people don't sort of understand how the Chinese state propaganda works. Just think of the BBC here.
Lewis Schaffer, for goodness sake.
Yeah, well, I believe it anyway. So they
You'll start going on about social credit systems in a minute.
Yes, exactly. Well, that's what's heading. We're heading towards all this thing, and this is the policy of Xi.
Are you happy about David Cameron's return, Nick? I know you were looking forward to it.
Lol. It's absolutely ridiculous. But and this is a big red flag, pun intended, and quite a good pun, actually.
Quite a good pun. Deserved more.
Thank you. But at home they'll get that later. But yeah, I mean, look, we've had this, aside from China's humanitarian abuses, which no one seems to care about unless it's Israel, human rights abuses. Also, we've been naive about this sort of soft war with China. Cameron's a big part of that. He's always trying to get trade deals and all these things from the Sri Lanka project, the Chinese investment in that. And he's known for that. So, of course, it's always a red flag when China's like, we love this guy. That's a problem on its own. And, of course, he's in line with Blair, who's been overdoing these meetings and saying Labour's going to be more in line with the Chinese. Of course, because Cameron's the heir to Blair. So
Isn't it so weird to see Cameron back there? Because he'd really hidden himself away after Brexit. I'm not even talking about the pig scandal.
No, he was on a pig farm in Suffolk.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
He was doing piggery.
Let's not go into that, rake over that old muck. But it is interesting, because after Brexit, after that did not go his way, he really did basically become a hermit. No one knew what he was doing, where he was doing it.
Well, maybe he was...
Except for Greensill.
Yeah, keeping his... It's been a long time. But like what you said about, like, it's bad when the Chinese people like him.
Yes.
We don't want our guy to be liked by the Chinese.
No.
It reminds you when Bill Clinton in, like, 1998 or something went in front of the United Nations. He got a standing ovation in front of the United Nations. And Americans were... most Americans, I was sickened by it.
Really?
Because you don't want all these horrible countries around the world liking Bill Clinton, like Britain.
I would add China's probably a very lovely country. I mean, I've never been, but there's some very beautiful.
No, it is beautiful. But the other side of it
is
that China, from what I know, and this is just me, I've heard they're in a very weak position demographically, politically, economically, that if trade dries up like we stopped Russia from trading, they will die. Right. They've got nothing.
And that's why Trump was much better, because he was tough on trade with China, and they were scared.
And they were scared because they only have trade.
I mean, I was a bit scared of him, but for different reasons.